So I want to speak to actors today, and this actually applies to all kind of creative people who are putting themselves on the line. So are you going out there and auditioning and you're doing well, you're nailing it in the room, and you're like doing this maybe multiple times, and you're just not breaking through. You're just staying at that plateau where it's not going from great work converting into great bookings. And maybe it's happening a few times, or maybe you're in the position where you're going into audition rooms and you're like, that felt great, but something was off. My work was good, but something was off. Or I was a little bit of a weirdo in the room, even though my work was great. Now, I'm Brian Patacca, if you haven't tuned in before, and I want to speak to this because I've had a lot of clients come in to talk about this thing where their work is good, they're going in the room, and then they either get weird with the people in the room or they're not booking. Something's not happening. It's not connecting the dots. So they're staying at a plateau where they're not moving up. They're just kind of doing what I like to call repeat auditions. So they're not actually going into a room where they're actually booking the job because this other thing is happening in the room. And what is so tricky about this is it starts to create within us a story, right? We start to believe that maybe our work isn't good enough, or maybe we should coach some more, or, maybe the scary one is maybe I'm not meant to be an actor, or maybe this acting thing isn't for me, or we start to believe that we are less than the calling that has been made of us by the universe, that we're less than the acting thing which has come to you to say, yes, be an actor. We start to believe that part. We start to craft an idea of believing that. And what's so dangerous about this is we start to make mistakes, right? We start to pay for more coaching, or go to more class, or maybe I need to wear a different outfit, or scarily sometimes even we reflect back on maybe it's a body issue and I need to lose weight or gain weight, or we can start to get really sneaky. You can see how even this plateauing level of audition can get really sneakier and even dangerous for our mental mind state, right? Like suddenly we really hold the mirror up against ourselves and say it has to do something with us. And so as we go out to try to solve this, we're going outside of ourselves. And I want to share a story with you that I think really illustrates this point. So I have a client, her name is Amanda, and she had guest stars on her resume. She had TV credits. She was going into TV casting directors' offices often. And she said something to me that broke my heart. She said, for pilot season, I just don't think I'm invited to the party. I'm just not invited to that party. That's how I felt. And that's how she felt. And it was really strong for her. And so she was starting to go to class a lot, which I'm a big advocate for going to class. Your craft is your most important thing. But it was starting to get her a little self-reflective to a point where she knew, like, something about this isn't right. This isn't fitting right, that I'm going and looking at myself so much in this moment. So what we did is we started to look at what is she bringing into the room that has nothing to do with the piece, the TV show, the script, the character. What is she bringing into the room that is outside of that? And the truth is, this part of you has been true about you since the day you were born. It is what your mother knew about you when she held you in your arms on that day. And what happens is we go into that room and we have a character on us, and then we have the way we're supposed to behave when we go to an audition also as another story we're bringing to that moment. And so we're so removed from ourselves that the natural gifts you're given as a human being on this planet have been pushed down so far that even within the great acting, there's a part of you that's not sparkling. There's a part of you that's not been revealed to the sun. There's a part of you that is dishonest because there's a part of you that's not in that room. And that's the part of you that's been true since the day you were born. Once Amanda tapped into this, she booked her first pilot. She quickly figured out, what do I need to bring into the room? What am I leaving at home? What part of myself am I not bringing into the room? What blessings am I bringing into the room? When she zeroed in on her ability to do that and really got clear about what those gifts and those blessings were, that is when she saw herself go from not invited to the party to celebrating her first pilot. So we can't get too far deeper into that here today, but my encouragement to you is to think about what are the things you bring in the room no matter what? On your best day, on your worst day, what do you always bring into the room? Now, if you're not already a member of the Facebook group, you need to come join me there, because that's where we're going to talk about this more. And that's where you're going to learn and get all the freebies that I give out all the time. So if you haven't done it already, pop on over to the Get More Auditions Facebook group, where all this goes down all the time. And I will hope to see you there. And if you're having a hard time figuring out how to find the Facebook group, it is getmorecommunity.com. I've also put a link in the description here today. And please, by all means, share your gifts today. Get clear on what they are so we know how to recognize you in the room. Have a great Tuesday. Talk to you soon.